session 2 of week 2. We're going to go ahead and just get started with our warm-up. So let's go into chest expansion. Exhaling on the expansion and inhaling on the close. Just really practicing that scooping, tucking those hips forward and under, rounding those shoulders, and pulling those abdominals back. Okay, we're going to go down for cat and cow. Same thing, practicing the scooping, tucking the hips under, rounding the back, dropping the head, and then flattening the back and lifting the head. Inhale on the cat, exhale on the cow. All right, let's turn this into dynamic. Bring your hands forward, hips down, and we're going to come back and forward. So just warming up those hips. All right, come to a seated position. We're going to come down on our backs. Remember, anytime we come down on our backs, we want to practice that scooping, right? So we're going to hold on to our knees here, collapse our lower back, and just start to lean back. Bring your knees with you. And we're going to start in this chair position, right, for our 100. Arms outstretched, scooping, chin to chest, palms facing down. Inhale for 5 count pump. Exhale. Connect that low back down to the mat, press it down. Good. Go ahead and bring your head down, legs down when you're done. And then we're going to practice those leg circles again, right? Warming up that inner thigh, inner hip. Bring one leg up. Remember, we're going to bend it slightly. And then we're going to open the hip up so that our knee and our toes go off away from our body. And keeping the other leg down, we're going to circle. Nice small circle. And then we're going to reverse. Good. All right, we're going to switch legs. Up top, bend, open, and circle. And then we're going to reverse. Good. And then this leg comes down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin our session just like last time. We're going to go through it the first time, one exercise at a time, okay? This is where I'm teaching you, you're learning, and then the second time through, we're going to try a little bit a change, right, of the session. So a lot of the same exercises, just different variations of it. First exercise is single leg. We're going to do traditional single leg today. So we did this in our Fab 5, right? So go ahead and bring your knees in, chin to chest, scooping. This is what it looks like. Remember, we extend one leg out parallel to the floor. We pull the other knee slightly in to get a nice stretch through the top of this hip here. And then we switch. We're just controlled breathing, just consistent. And it's a nice, easy, slow exchange just to warm up. So hopefully you're not too fatigued in your neck from the first session or the first time going 2 times through. Remember, if any time you need to just rest the head, that's fine. And then you want to just get right back up in there. Okay, last one, and rest. So just a couple things to keep in mind. Remember, we're scooping, which means we're engaging and tightening those abdominal muscles, right? By pressing them down, pulling them in, pressing them down. But we're also breathing, so do not hold your breath at any time. Double leg is next. We're going to bring both knees in, head and shoulders up, chin to chest. We're scooping. And we're going to just sweep our arms out, reach back, and then bring your arms back in over the top of the knees. So out and back and in. I like to exhale here and inhale here. One more. And head down. Knees down, feet down. Good. Okay, so this is where we practice that bridging again. Remember, we lift our hips, we tighten our glutes, we pull our abdominals in. That's where we stabilize our backs at the top. This time we're just going to sweep our arms out to the sides as we lift. Here we go. Up and out and down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale on the way down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And up. And down. Good. And just rest here. We have crisscross. We're going to go ahead and do traditional crisscross today. So bring your knees in, head and shoulders up. Hands behind the neck. So we did this in our Fab 5, right? So scooping here, I'm going to extend my right leg and come across to my left knee. Slowly exchanging and rotating across the rib cage. I keep my shoulder blades elevated off the mat and I'm just rotating across, breathing. Real important that that horizontal leg stays extended so that it keeps the hip down on the mat as you're rotating over, so there's no imbalance, right? One more. And rest. Good. We're actually going to practice single straight leg today, and we're going to do one leg at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my head and shoulders up. I'm going to go ahead and bring one leg up, keeping the other leg down. And I'm just going to pull this straight leg in slightly and let it go. And in and down. We're still scooping. Chin to chest, shoulders elevated, breathing. Good. Rest your head. We're going to switch legs and lift and pull Feel the back of that leg limbering up, stretching each time you pull it forward towards your trunk. Last one. Good. And rest. Whew. All right, we're gonna try double straight modified. So both legs will be up. We're gonna bend our knees, extend our legs out, pull our knees in, and pull our legs back up, okay? With our hands behind our neck. So legs all the way up. Lift head and shoulders, hands behind your neck, keeping your tummy scooped. Bend the knees, extend the legs, pull the knees in, lift the legs up. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And rest. Nice. All right, so that's the first grouping of exercises. We're going to move on to our roll-up holds, right? And our roll-down holds. So go ahead and slightly bend the knees. Arms are still outstretched at our sides. Again, head comes up, shoulders, then the scooping, then the glutes engaged, and then we're going to press that back down and slightly lift the rear off the mat, okay? So remember, succession. So here we go, head, shoulders, scooping, tighten the glutes, slightly lift the glutes up off the mat, pressing that back down into the mat and down. Let's exhale as we lift. And down, inhale. Up. And one more. Good. All right, roll to your side. Push yourselves up. You have roll down holds. So again, we're collapsing that back. Let go, leaning back, hold, breathe. Hand up. So we're leading with that low back, right? And then the middle back. Good. All right. So we are going to practice the first, the first step in multiple step process of what's called stomach massage, okay? So I remember I talked a little bit with you about the seated balance, right? So seated balance has a lot to do with building our strength in our posture, our lower back, our lumbar area, so that we can hold our legs elevated off of the mat and do some really cool things with our legs. Stomach massage is one of those exercises. So in the first step, we're just going to practice 1 foot at a time extension. But we're going to practice this in a seated balance position. So what's going to happen is I'm going to bring my hands underneath my thighs. I'm going to go ahead and round my back. Head is down here. Both feet are on the floor to start, legs bent. Watch me. I'm going to extend one leg up and out while I keep the other leg down. But when I extend this leg, I'm going to push my abdomen forward and flatten my back by lifting my chest up. Do you see this? And then I round and scoop and pull my leg down. So now my back is collapsed and my other leg leg extends and I push my abdomen forward so my back flattens and my leg extends and my chest comes up high and I'm slightly leaning back a little bit so that I can have a nice flat back. And then I scoop. All right, together, here we go. Ready? And open and close. Exhale, open and close. Inhale and open. So you're changing position of the spine each time you open and close. Notice the difference. Slightly leaning back, flat back, slightly leaning forward, rounded back. So you'll feel this in that lumbar area, low back, of course, definitely. And from here, we're going to go ahead and go into what's called front stretch. So extending your legs together out and keeping them together. So there's 2 exercises for stretching out our lumbar, our glutes, and our hamstrings. One is the spine stretch that we tested, right? And then the other is a front stretch. So spine stretch, legs are open. Front stretch, legs are closed. So it's the same exercise, flat back, reach up, pitch forward, stretch over the top, and then you're going to round your back and pull your arms in towards your center, and then push your abdomen forward, leg or arms up, flat back, stretch over the top, and in. I like to exhale over the top stretch. All right, hands down. Okay, so we have an exercise here. It's brand new. We haven't done anything similar to it. And hopefully you have your mat, because this is where we really need a mat for support for our spine. And what I'd like you to do at this point is you're going to try this for the first time with me. And if you feel like you need to double your mat up or layer your mat, I want you to do that, and that just gives you more support. So you would just fold your mat in half, okay? But try this with me. So this is called rolling like a ball. So basically what we're doing is we're practicing this C-spine or scooped position of our back the entire exercise, but we're rolling back on our spine, on our back. So watch me. I'm going to bring my hands underneath my knees. I'm going to bend my knees here, holding on with my elbows out. So there's that seated balance, right? I'm going to scoop. My head comes down. This is the position I'm going to move in. So I'm going to roll back, staying scooped, but I'm only going to touch my shoulder blades. I'm not going to touch my head on the mat. So watch me. I'm going to roll back, staying scooped, and roll up, back to start. It looks really easy, right? But sometimes you'll get stuck back here, trying to get back up. So just try and stay scooped the entire time. That's your focus. Don't break your pace, meaning don't come back and stop and then try to get up. Okay? So it is rolling like a ball. Staying in that rounded positions, roll back and up. So try it. If you feel good on your mat, perfect. If not, double up your mat so that your spine hits a more cushioned mat, okay? Here we go, let's try this. Head stays down, rounded, scooped, roll back and up. Focusing on the scooping, you should be able to stick it at the top without going forward. Breathing while you're rolling like a ball. Once you get better at this exercise, it's easier. You'll start to feel the enjoyment of the rolling on your spine, you know? But right now you're just learning it. Okay. Okay. From here, we're going to lean back on our elbows. So come on down. And you're going to keep your feet on the mat. You're going to extend one leg and keep the other leg bent. Okay? Anytime we are on our elbows, we're lifting our abdomen up nice and tall. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull this knee in. And then I'm going to extend it out. Then I'm going to lift the straight leg and pull it down. So one leg is doing the work. So knee pull, leg extension, leg lift, and down. In, out, up, and down. Lift your abdomen. One more. In, out, up, and down. Let's switch the legs. Pull in, out, up, and down. One more. Good. All right, we're going to come forward. And we're going to go into spine stretch. So now the legs are open. One more. Good. Okay, so from here we're going to keep our legs open and we're going to go into what's called SAW, S-A-W, the SAW exercise. So we're working on a twist, a rotation of that trunk. Okay, so working on the flexibility of the lower spine, right? And then we're going to lean forward, which requires some strength in that lumbar area. Okay, so we're going to take this very slow. Arms outstretched. Nice tall posture. We're going to twist in one direction. And from here, I'm just going to lean slightly forward, keeping my back nice and tall and flat. And then I'm going to lift up. See that? I'm going to twist in the opposite direction. And slightly lean forward, keeping my shoulders back and my trunk tall. So I'm just leaning forward and back up. We'll go one more. All right, back to center. Go ahead and bring your legs together. We're going to go ahead and knee hug here. So bend your knees, release your back. So from here, we're going to turn over onto our tummies for some back exercises. So go ahead and do that now. All right, so we're going to do Superman holds. In the assessment, we did the Superman pulls, right? We're just going to do the holds. So our arms are leading our head. And remember with Supermans, all we do is we lift our arms and our legs up off the mat slightly, and we press our pelvis down and engage our glutes, okay? We're going to make sure we're breathing. So we're just lifting and holding. Ready? Up and down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale down. One more. Good. Bring your hands back outside your chest. You're going to push up and back for low back stretch. And then you're going to come forward into table. Now, from here in this table position, we're going to do what's called a dog kick. And that's first step dog kick. So that means that we're just reaching out with the hand, touching the mat with arm extension, this right arm. At the same time, I'm going to reach back with my left leg and touch down with my toes with a straight leg. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg, okay? We're going to alternate sides. So staying nice and centered down the midline of your body, pull your abdominals up and in, flat back. Right arm, left leg, extend and touch, pull it back. Left arm, right leg, extend out, pull it back. Good, nice, slow, controlled pace. Remember, we don't speed anything up in here. Feeling the muscles working as we're moving, controlling everything. Very precise movement, right? Good. All right, let's go kneeling tall. We're going to practice those hip thrusts again. So make sure there's some space between your knees. Don't keep your knees together, part them. Remember hip thrusts? So we pull the hips back, so it's like a hinge, right? We just hinge here at the hips. So my trunk comes forward, my hips come back with my arms forward. Keeping my back flat, I pull my hips forward and my trunk back up top, tightening my glutes at the top. All right, here we go. One more. Good. Staying here kneeling tall, we're going to go into mermaid, which is basically just a side bend in kneeling tall position. So we're just going to sweep our arm up and over and side bend and back over, reaching up and over with the other arm. Big breathing here, strong posture. One more. Good. Okay, so we're going to come down to our side for 2 exercises. We're going to come down all the way down with hand propped behind our head for lying bicycles. So our legs are stacked and we're balancing here on our hip, right? I'm going to bring my hand out in front for balance. Now, even though the leg is going to do the work, anytime we're on our side, we should be engaging our core so that our trunk is also stabilized so that our leg can do the work. That's the whole concept of strengthening your core, so that your legs and your arms can do some great movement, right? Dynamic movement with our trunk engaged. So the stronger our core and our trunk are, the more we can do with our legs and our arms. So hand out in front. So that just simply means that I'm going to pull my abdominals in. I'm going to press my hip down and tighten my glutes. So it's engaged, right? I'm going to bend my knee and pull it forward, extend my leg out, and pull it back. That's the move. It's a bicycle. So in, out, and back. Now while we do this, we're still engaged here. and breathing. So it's not just the leg doing the work, the core is engaged. Do you feel that? All of a sudden you feel this power and this strength in the hip, the quad, the glute. Good. All right, go ahead and rest there. I want you to bring this arm down, rest your head on the mat. This hand that's out in front is going to do the work now. So I'm going to do what's called a side push-up. Go ahead and slightly bend the knees. I'm just going to push on this hand and try and lift my trunk up, okay? So you position your arm wherever you feel comfortable, maybe closer to your trunk, wherever you want to put this hand. But here is the goal, to push up onto this hand, this opposite hand, and then come down. All right, let's try it. Ready? Push and down. Push. So this is side push up, bent legs. Good. We'll go one more and we'll finish at the top. And then we'll switch over to the other side. Good. All the way down, hand prop behind the head for lying bicycles. Stacked legs, hand out in front. Abdominals, everything's engaged, right? Here we go. One more. Good. All right, bend your knees, arm all the way down, hand out in ready position for our push-up. Here we go. We're going to go one more and finish at the top. Good. Come over to knee hug. And release that back. So this is where we center ourselves before we go into the second set of the session, right? Second time through. All right, so we're going to repeat these exercises again. And we're going to go a little bit quicker on the movement for some of them. And also maybe a little bit longer, so more repetitions if that makes sense. But the same exact exercises, okay? So this time through, just really focus on your breathing, really pushing that exhale as far out as you can. We're not compromising any of the movements. Everything is the same. We just might be going a little bit quicker in some, okay? So we're going to come down to our backs and go right into single leg traditional, right? So come down, bring your knees in, and begin. So just a little bit quicker, but we're still extending that leg all the way down, pulling that knee in, scooping, and breathing. Chin to chest. And rest. Good. All right, so next is that double leg. We're going to reach back, right? So it's that side sweep up and back with the arms. We're going to make this slow, so bring your knees in, head and shoulders up. Here we go, out and in. One more. And rest. All right, that bridge exercise with the arm sweep. Arms out, hips up. Arms in, hips down. One more. Good. All right, so now we have our crisscross. So we're going to go traditional crisscross this time. Go ahead and bring your knees in, head and shoulders up, hands behind your neck. And we're going to go ahead and begin. Remember, full extension of that horizontal leg and come across. Press that rear down as you extend that leg. Do you feel that connection to the mat? Well, you should. Breathing. One more. Good. Back to center and rest. All right, so this time, instead of the single leg for the single straight, just the one leg moving at a time, we're going to do traditional single straight. And we're going to go a little bit quicker on the movement like we did with the single leg. So again, we're not compromising form. We're still pulling that leg in for that nice big stretch. We're just going to switch the legs a little bit quicker, okay? Legs up, head and shoulders up, scooping, chin to chest. I'm going to pull on one leg, let the other leg go. Press that rear down into the mat. And here we go. We're going to switch. Slightly pulling the leg toward the trunk each time for a little bit of a bigger stretch. Each time, make sure you're breathing, chin to chest, check yourself, scooping. Last one here, and rest. Nice. Okay, then we have our double straight, so it's still modified. We're still going to bend, extend, bend, and lift, okay? Both legs all the way up, hands behind the neck, scooping. We're going to bend, extend, tighten the glutes, press the back down into the mat, and up. Exhale here. Inhale. One more. And rest. Good. Okay, so we're going to try those roll-up holds again. So just a slight bend in the knees there. Again, succession, right? And we're going to try to get that back up off the mat. So just really focus on the scooping, the glutes, pressing, slightly lifting pelvis up off the mat when you're tightening those glutes, okay? Here we go, ready? And down. One more. Good. Roll to your side. Push yourselves up. We have the roll down holds. Again, leading with the low back, right? Here we go. Collapse and lean. And up. So hopefully every time we practice a little bit of scooping with all these different exercises that require that, you're gonna start to notice a little more flexibility, right, in that lumbar region. You might be really tight right now, or you'll notice some days or some weeks you're a little, tighter than normal. And hopefully you'll start to see more flexibility in your hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. And so they're working together, right, along with your abdominals to increase the strength, increase the flexibility, the range of motion, right? That's the whole goal here. So even though you might feel a little bit tight and say you don't feel like your back is collapsing, just keep with it, okay? Don't get discouraged. We're gonna go ahead and do that single leg stomach massage. So hands under thighs, seated balance position here. Feet are on the floor. We're gonna start in that scooped position, so rounded. And remember, we're gonna extend one leg, lift, and slightly lean back. And then bring it down and round your back. Just changing position. All right, front stretch. Extend your legs, reach up, stretch forward. Practice that rolling like a ball exercise. So if you have to layer, if you felt more comfortable, if you layered your mat the first time, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, let's get in position. So ready position here. Balance with feet off the mat. Scooped. And we're going to roll back. If you get stuck, just still keep rolling. Press the back down. Use those abdominals, scooping to try and pull yourself up. Good. All right, hold it here. Let's lean back on our elbows. All right, one leg at a time. Abdomen is tall, right? We're going to pull knee in, leg out, lift up and down. In, out, down. One more. Good. Switch legs. In, out, up, down. One more. Good. Come forward. Split your legs. We're going to go into spine stretch. All right, keep your legs split. We're going to practice that saw exercise again. Arms outstretched. We're going to twist and we're going to lean forward with our abdomen. So we're leading with our abdomen. Twist twist. Last one. Good. Back to center. Legs together. Knee hug. Collapse your spine for your back. All right, we're going to come over to our tummies. We have our Superman holds again. All right, here we go. We're going to exhale and lift, tighten the glutes. And down. One more. Good. Low back stretch. Table. All right, dog kicks again. Reach and extend and touch. Last one. Kneeling tall. Hip thrusts. Hinging. Mermaid. And down for lying bicycles. So this time we're going to go reverse movement. So go ahead and come on down, hand out in front. So this time we're going to kick forward, bend, and extend. Front, in, down. Remember to tighten your core muscles, abdominals, hip, glutes. All right, come on down, bend your knees, side push-up. We'll go one more, finish at the top, and switch. Reverse bicycle, opposite direction. knees, all the way down, side push-up. One more, and finish at the top. All right, seated position. We have those accordions, right? We'll always finish with accordions. So hands on knees. You're gonna collapse your lower back and lean back and then come forward, pushing your abdomen forward. So again, just changing position of the spine. Working out some tightness, centering ourselves for finishing here. Good. All right, go ahead and extend your legs out. Bring your arms out to your sides. We're gonna cross in front. So we're gonna go right over left, bring it back. We're gonna go left over right, bring it back. So a little pulse here in front and back, pulse here in front and back. Right over left, tall trunk, breathing. Good. Bring your arms in front, hold them here, face your palms towards each other. You're gonna pull your elbows back and squeeze your shoulder blades at your sides here. See this? And then forward and back. Breathing, tall trunk. One more. Good. All right, just stretch forward, let go of the back. All right, you guys, session 2 is complete. Make sure you comment after you're done. Remember, just finished or completed, or I don't know, thank you for a good session, or even just done. And then I will see you for session 3 real soon. Just remember to try and space out your workouts or sessions if you can, just to give yourself a little bit of downtime, okay? All right, see you next time.